Whatever. Yeah, they need a good cracker. Yeah. They got peanut butter hot too. Oh,
Hi Janelle. Hi Julie and Ron.
and then one of you maybe here. Or on the sides.
Out in front, please.
Hi, Kim. Probably. What? Probably. I can watch her straight from home. Yeah, really.
Kim, you want to sit down and wait?
You see her if I don't see it. I know, right? You know, this is our youngest. It's like
2 o'clock here?
Yes. Thank God.
I guess the sun's not out.
Yeah, if the sun was out, that'd be way worse. Especially for everyone over there, because they're wearing black. So it's just human. Wish a little rain picked up over there and the rain brought in. But little drops. But it was.
My name is Dr. Scheiger, District Administrator for the school district. On behalf of the School District of Milton's Board of Education and the entire administration and staff, I would like to welcome you to the commencement for the class of 2019. This is an exciting day and we are very glad you can join us today. At this time, I would like to introduce our awesome Milton High School Band under the direction of our own Mr. Nathan J.W. Pierce as they play fanfare and processional to escort the graduates into the ceremony.
My baby graduated. We stood out there.
I guarantee they counted the amount of graduates anyway and put that on the optimal line charts. Oh yeah, they have plenty. There should be like 4 open seats.
Good afternoon, class of 2019. You guys look awesome. Congratulations. We as a district and the staff are so very proud of you and very happy for you on this awesome day. Your accomplishments are nothing short of amazing. I'd like to introduce our senior class president, Anna Quaddy, who will come up, and we'll have our MC for today's ceremony, our distinguished high school principal, Mr. Jeremy Billhorn. Anna?
Welcome families, faculty, and fellow students. I'm extremely excited, honored, and a little nervous to welcome you to the celebration and recognition of not only the past 4, but also the collective 13 years of our education in the Milton School District. Last year, when I told Mr. Churchwell I would be running for class president, he worriedly retorted by saying, "You know the class president has to give a speech, right?" He then continued to chide me that this would indeed be the most important speech I ever gave in my entire life. This comment was intended to intimidate me, but unlike most things Mr. Churchwell says, it actually has. So, both this audience and Mr. Churchwell, bear with me as I reflect on our years here together. For the past 13 years, we have all grown together while learning from each other and learning life together. I am proud of what the class of 2019 has accomplished. We have made our mark on Milton through a number of endeavors and accomplishments. Athletically, during our freshman year, the boys soccer team made it to the state tournament, as has our girls golf team for the past 4 years. We have had swim members, golf members, track members, and gymnastic members all make it to state. The baseball team just recently made it to the sectional finals. Additionally, we have one WIAA scholar athlete recipient here, Ms. Chloe Busher. Musically, our marching band placed every year at the state competition, and our show choir won grand champion placements. Many of our musicians have made appearances at state solo ensemble competitions. Additionally, our esports team placed second in the state competition this year. Our forensics team had 4 members make it to state from our class. Many of our FFA students have made it to the state career development events, with one of our seniors, Brandon Zabel, making it to nationals. FBLA has also been successful. Many of us have made it to the FBLA state competition, some even to nationals. Globally, we have made our mark. During our freshman year, students took the first Milton Science Club trip to Costa Rica, with many of you attending. Since, some have gone to the Galapagos Islands, and the club is now planning a trip to Iceland. Members of the French club experienced France last summer, and the Spanish department will be taking its first ever trip to Spain this summer. Philanthropically, the Caritas Club helped fundraise to support children all over the world. Additionally, our Interact Club, along with various other clubs and organizations, has helped make our community and our world a better place. Academically, our class has achieved both competency and brilliance while exemplifying potential of all different kinds in different subjects. We have 61 members of the National Honor Society, 31 members in the National Spanish Honor Society, and 7 members in the National French Honor Society. There are 6 members in our class in Quill and Scroll, and 7 members of the National Art Honor Society. 30 of us received the President's Award for Academic Excellence, and 29 of us achieved 15 quarters of high honors, resulting in 4 academic letters. Uniquely, we were the only class to experience all 3 of the referendums. With our 3rd referendum passing recently, we will be the last class to create memories in certain parts of our high school. In a few years, Milton will be a different place than when we left it, just as we will be different people than when we left it, remodeled, revived, and added onto. Finally, as our high school literally begins to change, so will we. Our time in the Milton School District has come to an end, and as we begin this ending, I would like to reflect on the words of Dr. Maya Angelou. Your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. I think in many ways that today our caps translate to our crowns. For your whole life, people have been paying for you to wear that crown. Your parents have worked incredibly hard to get you to this point. They have helped you with all of the big and the small moments in life. Your grandparents before them have paid for your crown by helping your parents become the people they are and helping you become the person you are today. The staff throughout the Milton School District have been dedicated to your success, spending countless hours instructing you in not only academics, but life lessons as well. Starting with Mr. Billhorn, Mrs. Huber, and Dr. Bartles, and continuing to the teachers, secretaries, ground staff, and custodial staff throughout the district. All have dedicated their careers to making sure you were able to have a productive education and, most importantly, a productive life. They've equipped us with the abilities and resources needed to succeed. What we need to do now is utilize this gift by wearing our caps proudly today and being ready to use it tomorrow and for the rest of your life. Again, congratulations to us, along with our families, friends, and the faculty of MHS. We've made many accomplishments here at MHS and are now ready to wear our caps proudly and live productive lives. as Michael Scott from The Office would say, may your hats fly as high as your dreams. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Anna. Anna Qualley was the president of the senior class. She's done an outstanding job with her duties this year. She did an outstanding job today, Anna. Not only did she serve as our class president, she is also the student rep on the school board. Additionally, she was given the very prestigious distinction of being named Wisconsin Herb Cole Scholar, an honor only granted to a small number of students in the state each year. Next fall, Anna will be attending Marquette University to study pre-law. Welcome, everybody. Before we move on to the next portion of the program today, I'd like to extend my thanks to those who made this event happen. When we try to prepare for a graduation ceremony and put a party on for about 3,000 people, not knowing if it's going to rain or not, there's a lot of people that mobilized this morning to make things work. And we had a great team this morning, which we appreciate. The preparations for the ceremony, there are many who volunteered. We want to make it the best day possible. So I'd like to thank the high school office staff and administration, the assistants, high school custodial staff, district maintenance and grounds, the high school music department, Red Hawk Media, the senior class advisor, Gene Hergert, for all the many hours they put in preparation for today. Very special thanks to the high school building secretary, Joanne Jenner, and Marcy Bergeron and Jennifer Williams for all their work putting the ceremony together today. Thank you. And now, as is a long-standing custom at Milton High School, we'd like to recognize our exchange students who shared a year here at MHS. If I have Alana come on up. Now, we had 3 exchange students. Now, we had 3 exchange students who joined us for the 2018-19 school year at Milton High School. Unfortunately, 2 of the 3 could not be here today. Mari from Brazil was our exchange student through the Rotary International. She's actually in a Rotary trip with all the other Rotary students in the state. And Pure, and if you look at Pure's name in the program, I never could say it, and I'm not going to really try today. When she introduced herself and said, "You can call me Pure," I said, "Good idea, thank you." Unfortunately, she was not able to join us today, but Helena obviously could. She's from Germany. She stayed with the Cassidy family this year. She was always smiling, and she made a lot of friends at MHS. She excelled in her classes and made many positive relationships. She'll be going back to Germany on Wednesday, and where she will finish high school. Eventually, she hopes to study at university in Berlin and is thinking about studying to become a high school English teacher someday. So. Next, I'd like to introduce the first of our 2 honor grads to the stage, Marilla Smith. Marilla, come on up. Marilla is an active student at Milton High School, part of the 3rd place state marching band, and was a high jumper in track. Marilla will be attending Loyola University next year to study environmental science and Spanish. Marilla.
High school has been an experience. It's a conglomeration of many experiences, actually. Our time in high school, over 20% of our entire lives for those of us sitting in these chairs, is a collection of large and small moments thrown into a mixing bowl and baked for 4 years into a really funky-looking cake. Maybe the experiences you enjoyed most were state competitions, like with forensics or FFA. Perhaps you enjoyed performing in marching band or show choir. Maybe a group you were in went on a trip to Boston or New York or Florida. Or sports. Maybe you had experiences with beating a tough opponent, or obtaining personal records, or having team dinners. Or maybe your favorite experiences here at MHS were just small moments sitting in the cafeteria, exchanging stories or laughing at something your friend said. You've had these experiences from day one. On my day one, I was a lost freshman who knew very few people. I asked a teacher whose room was by my locker where I was supposed to go. And not only did he tell me I was supposed to go to the cafeteria, he took me there himself, summoned way too many freshman football players from the crowd, and had them introduce themselves to me with a name and a handshake. It was slightly terrifying. But now we're here. I don't even know, but I'm sure it's a large number. And the high school experience is finally ending. To relief, or sadness, or anticipation, or possibly, like on my first day, slight terror. And now we're moving on, into the future, ready to start a whole new set of experiences. Even if you think you know what you want to do with your future, you're probably wrong. Not to completely disregard the decision-making abilities of the average American teenager, but I've seen statistics everywhere to support that. Are you going to college? Depending on what source you look at, anywhere from 33 to 75% of people change their majors. Are you going into the workforce? Most people change their jobs or careers multiple times. The internet disagrees on just how many times, but I've seen anywhere from 4 to 15. I'm sure similar statistics hold true for those of you going into the military, tech school, or any other path. These statistics would tell you to be open to the experiences along the way that may change the direction of your life for the better. The future is a funny thing, and, from what I've heard, has a tendency to be unpredictable. In the spirit of new experiences, if something comes up and you have the opportunity to take a hold of it, do it. Unless, of course, it is something destructive and or illegal, in which case I make an exception and you should not actually do that. At some point, life will throw something unexpected at you, and you will have the choice to either duck away to avoid being hit and stay right where you are, or to reach out and catch it. I realize some of you, like myself,
may be concerned about your ability to catch these experiences due to bad hand-eye coordination.
But this is a metaphor, and all of you out there have the metaphorical ability to do so. No matter where we go in our futures, we'll look back on high school as an experience. We'll dig through our box of memories and pull this one out from time to time. I hope you remember your time here at MHS fondly, but don't let high school be the best experience of your life. Refuse to let it. There are entire worlds out there you haven't even realized exist. Thank you.
Well done, Marilla. Thank you very much. I'd like to next introduce the Milton High School Combined Choirs in the direction of Mr. Eric Meinertz and Mr. Logan Bertrand, singing Fields of Glory. Fields of Gold. Thank you, Mr. Meinertz. Thank you, choir. Well done. Next, I'd like to introduce our second undergrad who will share a few words with us this afternoon, Nina Young. Nina Young to come up. Nina was the president of the National Art Honor Society. She is one unique person. She was the class treasurer and was a 4-year member of the girls' tennis team. Nina will be attending the University of Wisconsin next year. Nina.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this special occasion. I am extremely honored to be able to have the opportunity to speak to you all today. On behalf of all the graduates of the class of 2019, I'd like to start off by thanking everyone that has supported us through our long academic journeys. Our parents, our families, our friends, teachers and staff, administration, coaches, and of course Quizlet and Wikipedia for helping us in our times of need. As we finish the final weeks of our 13-year-old government-mandated education, I thought a lot about our lasts. The last time singing our school song during pep assemblies, the last time dressing up for homecoming week, the last time eating Red Hot Roll at lunch, and of course the last time hearing Miss Breckville tell us over the intercom to come get your Dippin' Dots. Dippin' Dots are for sale. But as I look back on our time at Milton High School, I realized that after today, it will be our last time together as the class of 2019. And to my fellow graduates, even though your last times in high school are almost over, learning new things never ends. But instead, the spirit of learning lasts forever. And every day, we learn something new. And today, I will help you learn to understand the answer to an age-old question. Why did a chicken cross the road? When I asked this question to my fellow classmates, the most common answers were, to get to the other side and I don't care. By taking account of my classmates' answers, I started thinking about the chicken and its thought process. Did the chicken truly know the difference between two sides? Is one side somehow better than the other? Did the chicken somehow know that crossing the road will guarantee it a better future? Instead, I reject the ominous answer of to get to another side and will provide an alternative one. The chicken crossed the road because it wanted to. It made its own decisions to cross the road. Fellow graduates, we are the chicken. Right now, we are making our own decisions to cross the road. We are deciding what we want to be, who we will become, and how we are going to be viewed in the world. The experiences that you gain and decisions that you make while crossing your road is what defines you as a chicken. I mean as a person. Even if you do not know what the other side is yet, you have the ability to choose which road you cross and the future that you choose. And if no one comes from the future to stop you from making a bad decision, then how bad can it be? So I urge you all, go out and cross that road. Even if there may be a few cars, some pedestrians, or even a moped in your way, those obstacles that will help you overcome, will give you the life lessons that will become the foundation of your future. And so from our nose-picking and burger-eating days to now being in graduation robes and caps, we have come a long way together from the past. And although our time together is ending, the spirit of our class will stay forever within the halls of MHS. Change is inevitable, and we must leave the comfortable environment that we have been holding on to in order to reach greater success in life. Along with the support and care from our families and teachers, the class of 2019 has been able to grow and move forward together to reach beyond what was expected of us. We have left our lasting footprints upon this wonderful community, and now it is time for us to cross the road. To my fellow graduates today, after today, you are now an independent chicken that has to find its own paths across roads and challenges. And I hope that the other side is one that you are proud of in the future. And now I leave you with one final quote, which I hope you remember. From the wise words of the crime-fighting, alien-destroying, former Red Power Ranger, Sarah Brown, who said, "The only thing that ever sapped its way to success was a hen." Thank you, guys.
Nina Young. Thank you, Nina. Nice job. Next, I'd like to introduce the Milton High School Band under the direction of Mr. Nathan Pierce. They will be playing Appalachian Morning.
Alex. He's ignoring us.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. Thank you, band. Nice job. And there's the sun. Next, I'd like to ask Miss Katie Cheesebarrel to come to the stage. Katie is an officer of the class of 2019. She will be presenting the class gift. Katie, this next fall, will be attending UW-Madison. She's a very active student, many different activities, but she's one of our I cadets helping the District of Technology, and she was also a high jumper on the track team. Katie.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Katie Cheeseborough, and I am the Vice President of the graduating class of 2019. Today, I have the honor of presenting our senior gift to the school. This year, we did not have enough funds initially to get a gift from our class. But after pondering what to do, we decided to ask the students sitting in front of you today to donate money during our senior trip. It is my pleasure to share that with the money raised, we were able to purchase jerseys for our Special Olympians to wear when they compete. Similarly to this one. These jerseys are reversible with 2 different colored sides and have Milton across the front so our athletes can properly represent our school. The class of 2019 presents these jerseys to the school as a thank you for all this community has done for us. Thank you.
On behalf of Milton High School, I'd like to thank the senior class for your gift. Thank you very much. Nice job, Katie. All right, now it is time where I get to share a few words with the senior class. Milton High School, class of 2019. It has a good ring to it, doesn't it? This is our last graduating class before we launch into the 2020s. Parents, you gave us some good ones. We've enjoyed them the last 4 years. Each and every year, the graduating class has its own personality and its own flavor. As Anna, Marilla, and Nina pointed out so very well earlier, this is a class that has had success in the athletic arena, triumphed in the classroom, and has had an impact on the entire community. We're going to miss you guys, sincerely. You've left your mark at Milton High School. In fact, during the senior class pranks, some of you not only left your mark, you also tried to sell the building. I arrived at school one day this week to find hundreds of for sale signs in the front yard. One of them with the asking price of $2,019. $20.19, okay. They also tried to sell my truck. One of them posting a sign on my stall that said, "Pickup truck, we'll let go cheap." Graduates, you have had the opportunity to experience thousands of class periods at Milton High School over the past 4 years. Over 5,600 class periods. Some of you a bit less. Today I count it my privilege to give you one very last brief lesson before we depart 114 West High Street. As a former social studies teacher, I look to history for inspiration. High school graduation marks your departure point, your launch point into the rest of your life. In a few weeks, our nation will celebrate a different kind of launch. As some of you know, July 20th will mark the 50th anniversary of the very first person to walk on the moon. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first human to walk on the lunar surface. The moon landing and subsequent manned missions to the moon were and are considered some of the most challenging and complicated engineering feats of all time. The ability to land someone on the moon and bring them back was not accomplished overnight, but was the collective effort of thousands of men and women over many years. There are a lot of lessons to be learned from those who worked so very hard to put Armstrong on the moon, and Hollywood has capitalized on many of them. I'm reminded of a film that I watched in high school called The Right Stuff. Who has watched The Right Stuff? Some of the parents. All right. Based on a book by Tom Wolfe, it tells the story of the post-World War II test pilots who would eventually become the earliest astronauts. The first pilot we meet in the movie is Chuck Yeager. Yeager was a veteran war hero and pilot, he became the first to answer the call. Became the first to answer the Air Force's problem. To find a pilot gutsy enough to test a new rocket plane that engineers hoped would be the first plane to break the sound barrier. Many said it was too dangerous, believing that the sound barrier was something that not to be messed with, something you didn't want to try to do. In Yeager, they found a man with the experience and grit to do the job. Yeager began months of grueling tests and several near-death flights. He would come to hide the fact that his broken ribs caused him so much pain that he could not close the hatch on his plane without assistance. However, he persevered and finally became the first pilot to fly past Mach 1, flying over 700 miles per hour. Yeager proved that he had the right stuff, and that the sound barrier indeed could be broken. That was in 1947. The movie fast forwards to a few years to the start of the space race. Yeager assumed that he would join those pilots who would man the space program, but he was passed over. Undaunted, he would inspire and challenge two other pilots, John Glenn and Alan Shepard, and others who were tabbed for the Mercury project. Those early astronauts pushed the limits and also proved to have the right stuff that would lead them to be the first U.S. manned flights into space. That spirit was actually displayed in another true story about the space race that pilot brought to light in 2016. Margaret Lee Shefterly's book provided the content for the movie Hidden Figures. It tells the story of an African-American woman named Katherine Johnson, a gifted mathematician who became the first black woman to be allowed into graduate school in West Virginia in the 1950s. Johnson came to lead a team of female African-American mathematicians and computer programmers in the early days of NASA. This was a sizable team that almost nobody knew about, and others often took credit for the work that they did. It was Ms. Johnson's work on the calculation of trajectory angles that was critically important in bringing Glenn and Shepard back safely on those very first flights. Later, it was Katherine Johnson's team that was instrumental in landing Armstrong on the moon. Katherine Johnson's position had high stakes, as lives relied on the accuracy of her calculations. But those were not her only struggles. She also wrestled with racial and gender barriers and prejudices. At times, she earned the respect of many who worked at NASA until the Space Shuttle program in the 1980s. And there's a large building at NASA today named after her. Katherine Johnson, too, had the right stuff. Graduates, today as you sit at your commencement and prepare to launch into your own future, please remember that you, too, have what it takes for life after high school. You, too, have the right stuff. Take a lesson from the perseverance of both Chuck Yeager and Katherine Johnson. Yes, you likely already know that life will not always be easy. You will face challenges. But just like Chuck Yeager broke the sound barrier and Katherine Johnson broke racial and gender barriers, you too can push beyond the obstacles in your life. You have many choices ahead of you. Some of you are on your way to college, tech school, or the workforce. Others, like Yeager, have already made the commitment to serve your country in the military, some of you departing as soon as a few weeks. Know that regardless of your trajectory, perseverance does pay off. I still look forward to hearing of your stories as you create your own history and as you guys reach for the stars. Finally, as we are about to hand you that diploma that officially starts you off on that path, let me state that on behalf of the staff, faculty, and administration of Milton High School and the school district of Milton, we are so very proud of you guys. The things that you've accomplished, the people who you are, and the people you're about to become. You are a group of uniquely gifted individuals who are going to be excellent Milton alumni. We wish you the best. Congratulations. And now, what many have been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas. On stage with me, our District Administrator, Dr. Tim Scheiger, and School Board President, Mr. Joe Martin. Announcing the names will be Associate Principal, Ms. Huber, Ms. Tara Huber. Greeting the graduates to the stage will be fellow Associate Principal, Dr. Randy Bartles, and Milton High School Athletic Director and Administrator, Mr. Brian Hamill.
Anna Elizabeth Quaddy. Katie Ann Cheesebro. Ashley Joy Reister. Nina Young. Marilla Morgan Smith. McKenna Marie Balch. Holly Lou Barnett. Eden Rose Bloom. Betsy May Borgwart. Alexis Marie Boston. Madison Almaret Robick. Chloe May Busher. Brian Thomas Burrows. Mackenzie Page Capel. Lee Sue Chan. Tina Chen. Madeline Gesa Marie Clausen. Carly Kathleen Davis. Sydney Peyton Damus. Jadalyn Jean Fields. Ryan Colin Gosser. Nathaniel James Gerard. Emily Page Goodger. Erin Elaine Greshner. Brenna Riley Hawkinson. Carly Jean Hankey. Eric James Hessenauer. Ray Lynn Johnson. Molly Kate Ketchel. Faith Elaine Knudsen. Cassidy Joan Krebsbach. Josephine Helen Kruger. Mason Randall Liebachen. Molly Ann Maxwell. Chloe Ray Mayhew. Zachary Edward Miller. Rebecca Grace Parker. Emma Noel Powers. Justin Michael Patesi. Alec Michael Rebels. Nicholas Edward Robinson. Darby Marie Schabacher. Nathan David Sainer. Dalton Matthew Sorgel. Nathaniel James Stadler. Emily Grace Suter. Alfonso Tello. Sophia Beverly Tybert. Rachel Beth Thomas. Abigail Dawn Vidrick. Joseph Luke Wheeler. May Judith Willison. Mackenzie May Albert. Avery Owen Anderson. Mitchell Evan Applebeck. Anna Nicole Audrey. Dane Charles Balch. Morgan Grace Balch. Abigail Marie Ballard. Carson Eric Bartlett. Braden James Berberich. Abigail Alexis Barabitsky. Gwyneth Victoria Berg. Emma Jane Bergeron. Ethan Andrew Biermeyer. Abby Lee Wagner. Kevin James Brennan. McKenna Peyton Bresnan. Chloe Morgan Bright. Caitlin Lorraine Brissett. Bailey Jean Brookhiser. Jared Raymond Brown. Jasmine Dorothea Brown. Madigan Michael Brown. Benjamin Paul Burdett. Michael James Bussey. Emily Jean Cadd. Alexander Michael Carroll. Bailey Lynn Cartwright. Peyton Renee Cartwright. Savannah Marie Charleston. Christian Thomas Schittle. Benjamin William Clark. Samuel Jean Coffin. Caitlin Ann Collins. Connor Michael Collins. Caitlin Leanne Conger. Colton John Connell. Ryan Thomas Connor. Brianna Lynn Cook. Ryan Gary Cox. Caleb Michael Dahman. Karina Anastasia DeWitt. Emmanuel Isaiah Diaz. Ashley Brooke Didelet. Madeline Ann Dobson. Chloe Gabrielle Donde Solinsky. Annika Johanna Dorn. Mason Allen Dutcher. Benjamin Kenneth Dybus. Daisy J. Dyer. Denijah Edwards. Anna Elise Fanning. Carson James Fenton. Whisper Antonia Ferguson. Grace Elizabeth Fletcher. Tana Marie Frank. Brandy Marie Frida. Jaden Keith Furstenberg. Allison Page Funk. Colton J. Gable. Austin Luis Garcia. Tiffany Faith Geske. Samantha Jane Goodger. Danielle Mary Gumi. Austin James Gray. Megan Lynn Gregoire. JC Serona Griffith. Taylor Abigail Grogan. Tyler James Guzman. Taylor Denise Hakala. Abigail Rebecca Hammond. Grayson Thomas Hammer. Emily Grace Hawthorne. Bree Destiny Haynes. Madeline Sophia Heft. Noah Michael Hesgard. Nicholas Christopher Hipsky. Taylor Marie Ford. Dawson Dwayne Hobbs. Stephanie Ann Holloway. Thomas Matthew Holman. Jada May Hoppy. Micaiah Shai Houston. Tyler Michael Hughes. Kaylin Ann Jacobson.
Good job, Kaden!
Jace Michael Jensen. Trenton Ronald Jensen. Brendan Bailey Johnson. Joshua Kevin Johnson. Alyssa Brianna Judge. Emma Marie Justice. Nicole Jacob Kaiser. Emma Lynn Kaya. Colby Hollister Keller. Jordan Richard Kempa. Tyler Michael Kirsten. Grace Marie King. Ethan Gerald Klepping. Courtney Marie Knudsen. Emma Laura Kepke. Cameron Robert Kraus. Nolan Christopher Kruger. Reese Mackenzie Krieger. Adam Jeffrey Kuglich. Tristan Andrew Langer. Anna Rose Larson. Emma Dawn Lauer. Michael Thomas Lee. Tyler James Layton. Amelia K. LeCarry. Thomas Edward Lilla. Jackie Lynn. Anthony Daniel Long. Mackenzie K. Long. Tanner Jacob Long. Adric Arturo Lopez. Marissa Jean Ludwig. Bryce Aaron Leister. Sydney Ellen Malone. Monica Lorena Maquera. Damar Martinez. Austin Lee Matthews. Addison Camille Maddox. Alexa Jenna Motsky. Grace Ann Mawhinney. Caitlin Jean McCormick. Romy Jana McKinley. Anna Marie Meisner Bush. Matthew Allen Messer. Andrew Peter Mitchell. Devin Lee Miller. Kyle Nicholas Miller Torme. Memphis Russell Moore. Kira Celeste Myers. Andrew Richard Nelson. Bailey Scott Nickel. Alicia Christina Olson. Madeline Victoria Olson. Jenna Ann Only. Uriel Onofre Jr. Laura Ann Onsgaard. Alfredo Perez. Christian Lee Peters. Brittany Morgan Peterson. Nicholas Richard Peterson. Tessa Rose Pashada Laterno. Gabrielle Scarlett Familia. Sophia Marie Randall. Cullen Michael Rubarchek. Maria Rose Reamer. Hannah Ray Richardson. Elijah Augustus Richmond. Nicholas David Rossignol. Michael Ryan Rowley. Caleb Thomas Ryan. Rebecca Rose Ryan. Nicole Ann Schmidt. Jenna Marie Schomburg. Dalton Lee Schroeder. Skylar K. Schroeder. Samantha Ann Schumacher. Logan Lee Schwartzlow. Hannah Marie Scott. Aubrey Rose Severance. Abdallah Amin Sheikh. Tristan James Shea. Sharif Muhammad Sharif. Ella Addison Silla. Megan Leslie Smart. Joe Samuel Smecko. Cody James Stenell. Alexis Faith Stesney. Nash Allen Stone. Emma Mary Sullivan. Kayla Rose Sunke. Olivia Renee Swenson. Leah Marie Tan. Lucas A. Tauby. Caleb Allen Taylor. Andrew Joseph Thomas. Haley Scott Thompson. Bryn Laura Tollefson. Catherine Grace Trimble. Janelle Caitlin Troe. Davis William Turk. Mason Stephen Ulrich. Stephen Van Unruh. Andrew Vernon Boggy. Natalie J. Venacker. Quinn Michael Vector. Braden Joseph Vickerman. Nicholas Andrew Boss. Ashley Rose Wagner. Nicole Christine Weber. Kyle Scott Wecker. Daniel Lee Hoffman Weitzel. Bailey Ann Wickinson. Drake James Williams. Sage Cameron Williams. Blake Elliott Wilson. Tora Kajem Wolbier. Leah Therese Woods. Maximus Yanku Shong. Brandon Michael Zabo. Mitchell Reese Zabo. Emily Danielle Zastikel. Katie Bella Whitkey.
Thank you, Ms. Huber. Now, before our recessional, I have just a couple announcements. I ask that all the guests remain in the stands until the graduates have left the seating area. You can meet them over in the large green field between the band and the scoreboard. I ask that you all stand now for the playing of the school song, Washington, Lee, and Swing. Privilege to present to you the class of 2019.
I'll just stand by the Red Hawk
Hey,
girl.
Mom, I found it easier.
Any more, I'll wait for you. And then I would say, excuse me, let me out. Pick up your equipment and go. I don't see our plan yet.
Mom, just wait and I'll help you down. If she wants to wait, I'll come help. Tell her to wait, and I will come.